The terminal hums with early morning travelers. Colonel Denise Hayes, 38, black, in full Air Force service uniform, rolls a garment bag toward the TSA checkpoint. Her uniform is immaculate, silver eagle insignia on her shoulders, ribbons aligned, name tape reading, Hayes. Officer Travis Bolton, 44, white airport security supervisor, watches her approach with a raised eyebrow. Bolton, to his partner, not lowering his voice, "Check out the costume. Somebody's cosplaying today." Denise doesn't react. She places her bag on the belt. Bolton, "Könnt die." "Ma'am, step aside. Random screening." Denise, calm. "I go through a checkpoint every week, officer. I know the drill." Bolton, "Not my checkpoint, you don't." He waves her toward a side area, away from the normal flow. A few travelers glance over, uncomfortable. Bolton flips through her ID, slowly, deliberately. "Bolton Colonel, huh? That's cute." They give these uniforms out at any costume shop these days. Denise, steady. "It's my service uniform. I'd like it returned so I can make my flight." Bolton, "See, that's the thing. I've worked this terminal 12 years. Real officers don't fly commercial in their blues. Real officers don't need to prove anything." He tosses her ID onto the tray instead of handing it back. It skids off the edge. Denise catches it before it hits the floor without breaking eye contact. Denise, "I'm not trying to prove anything to you." A young traveler, 20s, pulls out his phone and starts recording. A gate agent, Karen Oze, black woman in her 50s, notices the commotion from her podium and starts walking over. Bolton, louder now, playing to the small crowd. "Folks, just doing my job. Can't let anybody walk around here in a stolen uniform." Denise, finally sharper, but still controlled, "Officer Bolton. That's the name on your badge. I need you to check my ID against the DOD system." "Not guess?" "Bolton, oh, we've got a smart one." He picks up a radio. "Bolton," continued, "Dispatch, I've got a possible impersonation situation at Checkpoint 4, requesting backup." Scene 4, escalation. 2 more security officers arrive. Denise is asked to step behind a partition. Her garment bag is unzipped and searched roughly, her uniform jacket dropped onto a dirty tray. Denise, quietly to herself, "Not today. Not like this." She pulls out her phone. Denise, continued, "I need to make one call." Bolton, "No calls until we clear this up." Denise, looking directly at him, "You're going to want me to make this call, officer." Bolton snatches the phone from her hand before she can dial. Bolton, "I said no calls." Gasps from the small crowd. Karen Osse, the gate agent, steps in. "Karen Travis." "That's excessive. Give her the phone back." Bolton, "Stay out of this, Karen. This isn't your department." Karen, firm, "It's my gate, my flight, and that's a passenger you're manhandling." Scene 6. A name gets dropped. Denise, phone confiscated, remains composed. Denise, Officer Bolton, "I'm going to say this once. Call your shift supervisor and tell them Colonel Hayes is being detained at Checkpoint 4. They'll know exactly who that is." Bolton, mocking, "Ooh, they'll know exactly who that is." Sure they will. He doesn't call anyone. Instead, he starts writing on an incident report pad. Bolton, Contidi. "Impersonating a federal officer is a real charge, sweetheart. You want to keep going?" More phones come out. A murmur spreads through the terminal. An elderly white veteran in a ball cap steps forward, visibly upset. Veteran, to Bolton. "Son, that's a colonel's insignia. I was Army for 22 years. You don't know what you're looking at." Bolton, rattled but doubling down. "With respect, sir, step back. This is a security matter." Veteran, "It's about to be a very public one." Bolton, sensing he's losing the room, radios for a supervisor to handle the paperwork, trying to make it look procedural now rather than personal. Bolton, to Denise. We'll get this sorted. Might take a while, though. Flights don't wait. He checks his watch, smug. Denise glances at the departure board. Her flight board's in 40 minutes. Denise, calm, cold. That's all right, officer. I have somewhere else to be after this, too. TSA shift. Supervisor, Marcus Reed, 50s, arrives, out of breath. Reed, what's going on here? Bolton, possible impersonation. Uniform doesn't match her demeanor. I'm handling it. Reed looks at Denise's ID, then at her face. Something shifts in his expression. Reed, quietly to Bolton. Travis, did you run this ID through the system yet? Bolton didn't need to. You can just tell. Reed, sharper. Run it. Now. Reed steps aside and makes his own call, reading off her ID number. His face changes as he listens to the response. Reed, into phone. Say that again. She's, okay, understood. Yes, sir. I'll hold her here comfortably. My apologies, sir. He hangs up, visibly pale. Bolton, what did they say? Reed, low voice. Travis, give her back her phone. Give her back her jacket. Right now. Denise, calm the entire time, straightens her sleeve. Denise, you didn't need to make me ask twice, Marcus. Reed, you know my name? Denise, I know a lot of names in this airport. Comes with the job. Bolton, confused and now nervous, looks between them. Bolton, wait. How do you two? Outside the terminal windows, a black SUV with government plates pulls up to the curb, lights flashing briefly. Two uniformed airmen step out and walk briskly toward the entrance. Bolton, quietly, dawning horror. Oh no. Denise, calm, almost gentle. Now might be a good time to check that ID against the system, Officer Bolton. The two airmen snap to attention the moment they see Denise. Airman 1. Colonel Hayes, ma'am. Base Command sent us the second. Your ID ping came through security. Are you all right? Denise. I'm fine, Airman. Better now. Bolton's incident report pad slips from his hand. Scene 14. Full identity revealed. Reed, still shaken, explains quietly to Bolton. Reed Travis. That's Colonel Denise Hayes, Base Commander, Whitfield Air Force Base. She oversees federal security liaison for this entire airport's restricted zones. Bolton, stammering. She's the one who signs off on our... Reed, our federal contract. Yes. Bolton looks at Denise, the realization hitting him fully. Bolton, Colonel Hayes. I didn't know. Denise, cutting in, calm but firm. You didn't need to know my rank to treat me with basic respect, officer. That's the part you're missing. The veteran from earlier straightens up and gives a respectful nod. Karen, the gate agent, exhales in relief. Phones are still recording, now capturing Bolton's unraveling instead of Denise's humiliation. Bolton, desperate. I can explain, Denise. You can. To your director. I'll be filing a full report today, later that day. Bolton sits across from the airport security director, a stern woman in her 50s and a federal liaison officer. Denise's formal complaint, along with 3 passenger statements and phone footage, sits on the desk. Director, confiscating a passenger's phone without cause, public humiliation, racial profiling complaint, 3 witness statements corroborating all of it. Bolton, ma'am, if I had known who she was. Director, that's the problem, Travis. You shouldn't have needed to know. Director, continued, effective immediately, you're suspended pending termination review. The federal contract Colonel Hayes oversees requires a cultural competency audit of this entire checkpoint team. You've triggered a review none of us wanted. Bolton, quiet. Understood. He removes his badge and sets it on the table. A local news segment plays on a break room TV. The anchor reports on the airport's public apology and the officer's termination, alongside a brief statement from Colonel Hayes's Public Affairs Office. Professionalism and respect are baseline expectations, not privileges. Denise, back in uniform, walks across the base tarmac at sunset with her teenage daughter, Maya, who ran up to meet her after school. Maya, Mum, everyone at school saw the video. Are you okay? Denise, smiling softly. I'm more than okay, baby. Sometimes people don't see you clearly until you make them. Maya, weren't you scared? Standing there, calm, while he was doing all that. Denise, looking at the base, the flag, her daughter. Fear makes noise. Dignity doesn't need to raise its voice. She puts an arm around Maya as they walk toward the flagpole, sunset behind them. Denise, respect isn't something you earn by rank. It's something you should never have had to prove in the first place.